Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. We are on Roadcraft and we're on the PlayStation 5. What did I do? I've done a little bit more off cam. Actually, that's a lie. I did quite a bit off cam. Where is it? Where are you? Yeah, there you go. I don't believe I've put this on my video, so I just want to quickly show you on the map. This was one of the objectives where you had to open up the castle, and the road wasn't wonderful, so I basically tarmacied all along there. Then the truck decided to very kindly empty its load on my beautiful new tarmac, which was most annoying. But then it was like, right, okay, we have a problem, because you could go cross country, but that didn't work, as you can see. And the other option is you have to literally go all the way around. Oops, missed you. Do you know what I mean? And literally all around there, just to get to from there. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. So I built a bridge. Well, they call it a bridge, but it's literally a freaking ski ramp. And then to make life easier for them to climb up the side of the mountain, I tarmacied it, and then tarmacied it over the gap, and it worked eventually. It was a faff. It was fun. I lost stuff over the side of the mountain, but you know, hey ho. So yeah, if anybody's interested and they haven't done this mission, or they thought it was an absolute ball's ache to send people all the way around, just do that. Shortcut. And yeah, as you can see, it worked. And it did work. It actually worked. It was funny. But yeah, so there you go. That was most definitely not on video, and probably for a good reason. Took me a while. And then what did I do after that? Why am I over here? What am I doing? Providing enough steel pipes to the production facilities. Sorry, I've been off it for a couple of days because I've been playing something else and doing other things. Life has been getting in the way. How very rude. Ah yeah, provide enough steel pipes to the production facilities. So that's your production facilities. Yeah, so on the map it looked great, but trust me, you needed to cover that over, which is why he sat there for now. Righty, years, as Mr. Clarkson would say. Right, so we shall do something else. Start pumping water out of the mine. Oh yeah. Got to do the other. Oh no, it's a different one. Did I do the other one? Dude, I don't even know what I've been doing now. Yes, I opened the quarry up, didn't I? Yes, I did. So now where did I see the pump? Oh, follow the symbol, mate. That always helps. Good grief. Are you kidding me? Right, okay. I have the perfect vehicle for that one, the Mule T1. Definitely one of my favourite vehicles. Then we recover it to the river basement. Okay. Yeah, because it's... No, hold on. Wait, what? That's that one. Where's the workshop? Field set. Why are you over there? I'm getting myself all confused. It's not difficult. Yeah, that's what I thought. it's going to be one of those days where I am literally questioning every move I make. I gaslight myself. Bizarre. Anyway. Right. It's that way. Brum brum. Let's go. Let's both to the bridge, dear friends, once more. From. Oops. Oops. So today is... Oh, good God, what day is it? It's Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. Like I said, I went off and did other things yesterday. How very rude of me. How very selfish. But one of those things was playing Ronin, Rise of the Ronin. I've been sat on the game. I've had the game for a while. I've been sat on it for absolutely ever, or it feels like it. It just hasn't felt the right time. So then I got into it, and yeah, I only played about just over an hour of it. Did an hour's worth of recording as well because I thought, why not? And I'm not disappointed with it, which is fabulous. It's not the it's not my go-to style of game. To me it's what I class as a hack and slash. Oh good God. So yeah, it's very sort of Neo and is it Soul Blades or whatever they're called? I can't remember. But you know the type I mean. Yeah, it's more fight orientated and stuff like that. And that really isn't. Why? Oh, the winch is attached. I knew that. So yeah, it's not. Oh, that was interesting. But it was a good game. It's nice. It looks good. Feels fluid enough. And if you haven't played the game, it's kind of no. I'm not going to do like a spoiler as such because I've released the video, and it's been out for long enough. But there was there's a bit in the game very early on, and considering in my head, and like I said, when I started playing the game, I hadn't actually watched any. I've read a few reviews to make sure that I wasn't wasting my money, and the game wasn't going to be a load of pants or anything else, for which it isn't, and I didn't waste my money. And other than that, I obviously wanted to get the basic idea of the game just to make sure it was the kind, I would be interested in playing it. But I didn't do any type deves. I didn't. Oh, nice. I didn't type dev. Word of the day, kids. Fucking hell. Wow. Tell you what. Let's have another coffee. Maybe that's the problem. I haven't had any coffee yet. Dive Dev. I quite like that one. Deep dive. Yeah, so I didn't look into it too much. So I had no really idea of the gameplay. I didn't have any real idea of what the story is or anything else, other than you've got two characters. You've got a boy and a girl, man and a woman, and they're twins allegedly, and they go off and fight and venge. It's like, vengeance style stuff going on. Yeah, so that's great. And then I basically played the opening bit, the start bit, and then I started it, and yeah, there was quite a nice little shocky twist in it at the beginning. If you are going to watch the video, then watch mine, or watch the please go and watch the video. But if you're going to play the game, if you haven't already, do so, because it is worth it. Honestly, I do think it's worth it. And the second-hand prices are dropping slowly, so you should be able to grab a good copy if you can. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on why he's not doing what I want him to do. But anyway, yeah. So there was this moment early on, and I'm like, that. Oh crap! I've got to do that. Yeah, I'm like, that's not what I was expecting at all, which was good, really good, because it completely threw me. Because I was like, I've really ballsed up here, haven't I? Because I haven't been through with the scraper. Oh, come on. He's not going to be happy going over that mound, is he? It's going to tip over and fall in the water. Falling in the water. Okay. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Ronin, really nice little early twist. But then I suppose if you actually look into the game and stuff like that, then you would probably know it was coming anyway. I didn't, and well, I hadn't, and I didn't, and it was a fantastic little. Excuse me, what the fuck's just happened? So yeah, that was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I literally sat, because I think I was videoing it as well, which was even funnier. So I'm sat there and I'm in stunned silence going, okay, so that's completely changed the idea of the game now. That's cool. So yeah, that was fun. Start pump in. Done. No. Alright, confirm. I don't understand that either. Because some of the objectives just poof. Yeah, as soon as you've done them, they just poof. And then others, it's like you have to manually confirm them, which I don't mind. It's like, make your mind up. Which one are you going to do? So allegedly, oh my god, I can see what it's done. Oh, what? So that's not going to pump out anymore, is it? Because everything else has gone. Look, it's now, yeah. That was pointless. And idiot. Well, no, not an idiot, because I didn't know that was going to happen. So, in my own defence. No. It can't be... what? Well, no, because you just drive around there, you dozy bellend. Why am I looking there going, oh no, I'm going to have to drive across there? Hello? Wow. I think I need to go back to bed and start again. Oof. Righty. Store resources. 10 tapes. 10 tapes. Righty. Okay, so we need to go to... Let's reset you. Lakeside, motherfucker. Love that song. Oh. I just want to take it out of low gear. Thank you. Yeah, this is the pipes one, isn't it? Because the one over the other side that was the major faff, that was steel beams. And this actually, I haven't actually looked to see if the my debris fields are still here. That one is. Let's have a look. So the first one was down here, wasn't it? When it threw a wobbly. Yep, there you go. Wow. They are literally now officially a part of the map. Amazing. I thought there was one here as well, but no. And this is my favourite one. I'm very proud of this one. I'm very proud of this one. Like I said, I do need to give it some kind of Ponzi art installation kind of name, because it's definitely very modern art styly, aka rap. I mean, seriously, to me, art is something that you can. I mean, technically, art is art. It's whatever you want it to be. Yeah, and I understand that. You know, and people see art in different things and different ways and so on and so forth. But do me a favour. How many have I got? I've got 8. Right, well, let's take them out. 1, 2, 3. I think I can only carry 3 at a time. What was I saying? Yeah, the art. But I've seen you go to some of these places and it's like, oh, this is modern art. This is contemporary art. It's not contemporary art. It's actual art you can understand. But yeah, modern art. Yes, this is my version. This is what I think. This is art, and it's like just a pile of crap, and you genuinely can't see what it is. You know, you stand there going, what is it? What's it meant to be? There was one the other day, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was or where it was, and it's annoying me because it was like, if this, oh, I know what it was. I was in some rando second-hand shop in my town, and it was this huge, I mean, this thing was massive, oil painting, he says in air quotes, on a canvas and everything. So somebody had genuinely taken time and effort to do this thing, but it literally looked like they had basically started doing their art installation whilst having hay fever and potentially some kind of seizure. They had then proceeded to drop their paint everywhere, and then just decided, oh, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to mop it up, clean it up and carry on. I'm sorry, but that's what it looked like. That is exactly what it looked like. It was bizarre, absolutely bizarre. There was it was just a mess on a canvas, and I'm like, what are you supposed to do with that? So anyway, so basically my floating collection of metalwork that is up there in a spiral, I could sell that for millions, I think. That's what I was basically trying to... Storage. Ta-da! Right, okay, so I can only carry 3. Maybe I need a longer vehicle. It might be easier. Should we blow the cobwebs off of the other truck? I mean, I've made a decent enough road for it. Yeah, why not? Let's be extravagant and get... No. Did I sell it? Because it was rubbish. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Bugger. Let me have a look at you. How much room you got? Not much more room. Crap. I don't want to waste money just on having to carry a couple of pipes. Oh, sod it, just carry on then. Is it the end of the world? No. Good grief. Wow. And in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I need... see, they haven't fixed the steering yet. I thought they said there was an update, or was that on something else? Right, let's... Oh, mate, I mean... Yeah, I know, I'm getting out your way, I'm getting out your way. Bloody hell. Fucking AI. They're a nightmare. They're an absolute nightmare. Oh, no, it's not the bit I want. You watch, it's going to scroll through every last item. Oh, it didn't. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Talking of playing other games, who's been following the absolute debacle around Mind's Eye? Awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's a real shame because I, probably like many others, fell for the trailer and thought this looks good, this could have potential, you know. Excuse me. And they were calling it the GTA killer, weren't they? Which is hilarious. But yeah, wow. And again, I genuinely lost track how many times I have said this in any of my videos about gaming companies releasing games into the wild, expecting people to pay for it full price, you know, 60, 70, whatever it is you're paying, right? When it's not even finished, it's like they've just basically released the beta test, you know. It's awful, and it really annoys me, because it's like they just treat the customer, aka you and I, like absolute mugs. You know, they just like, you know, we'll give you this really shiny trailer, and we'll say, you know, this is the game, this is what you're getting. It's going to be the next gen best thing, you know. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and it's going to be fantastic. And people are like, okay then, fine, you know, let's do it. And they will pay the money. Crap, I didn't see that one over there. Yes, wow. You know, and they pay the money, and shocker, lo and behold, it's an absolute bag of spanners. It's an absolute bag of used nappies. It's crap, right? And it's just wrong that they keep doing it. And I don't understand. I mean, the most recent, well, not the most recent, but the most recent. I'm going to get in his way now, aren't I? Biggest like disaster game-wise was absolutely Cyberpunk, right? Everybody knows that. Let me just move out of his way because he ain't gonna fucking. We break for nobody. I'll be back on that one in a minute. Yeah, so they just Cyberpunk was probably one of the biggest, the most prolific offenders, as it were, in recent times for big games. Yeah, it really did set the benchmark for atrocious. Let's just release an absolute bag of shite out, right? And then everybody else, it's almost like all the other gaming companies watched it and thought, well, hang on a minute, people still bought it, so we're going to do the same thing. You know, and quite a few other games came out after that one and before, but you know, for some reason Cyberpunk was the most you know, poorly received, to say the least. It's just, yeah, and it's wrong. It really is wrong, and they still keep doing it. So yeah, Mind's Eye is a classic example of that. A classic example of gaming companies just looking at their demographic, yeah, their customer, and going, do you know what? Bollocks to them. We're gonna do, you know, we'll give them this absolute pile of crap and tough shit. What are they gonna do about it? What are they gonna do about it? You know? And that's how I feel. It's like, oh, what are you gonna do? And especially those, it's like, you know, if you bought it digital, which a lot of people do. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. A lot of the time it's like, well, you bought it digital, what are you going to do? It's not like you can take it back to the shop and get a refund. Although, technically you kind of can. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Which is why I do still kind of prefer to buy disc games, because A, when I'm finished with it, I can sell it on, so somebody else can play it. Yeah. And B, if I want to buy a second-hand one at a cheaper price than it would have been in, like, on the store or whatever, then I can. Yeah. That's how it goes. But it turns out, and this is how bad Mind's Eye really is, allegedly, they're a PlayStation, without quibble, yeah, without question, are actually refunding people who have bought Mind's Eye, which is amazing. You know what I mean? And it makes me laugh. So, because again, like I said, you buy digital, and you have to almost prove, if you want a refund, especially from places like PlayStation, Steam's pretty good. Steam, from what I can gather, although I'm not a PlayStation, I'm not a PC player, so I wouldn't really know. I've never bought anything from Steam. But they... Is that enough? Yeah. They... Hold on. No, sorry, I thought he was coming out. Just got to be mindful of... Here he comes. I knew he was going to come out. Arsehole. Bid my... God, so rude. So yeah, they're doing refunds, and but you have to almost prove... It's like, but the game's shit, or I'm not happy with it, and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, well, have you played it? Yeah, that's how I know it's a load of crap. Oh, well, I'm sorry, if you've played it, you're not allowed to, you know, we can't offer you a refund. It's that kind of crap, you know? But no, this time round, Mind's Eye, allegedly, well, allegedly, from what I've seen from and heard from people that are doing the cover, you know, reviews and stuff like that on YouTube, it is that bad that PlayStation are giving full refunds without question. It's like, so you go to the PlayStation store and you're saying, yeah, I bought this game, and they're like, did you? We're so sorry, we feel your pain, please accept our apologies, even though it's not our fault. Yeah, have a refund. Which is great of them, and so it should be, you know, because again, like I said, if you were to buy it as a physical disc, it's not, yeah, it's easier to be able to take it back to the shop you bought it from and say, this game's crap, and you either have a full refund if you're lucky, or at the very least you get in-store credit, you know what I mean, and you just buy something else. So, but yeah, I just, it's almost every day now there's another video or another set of videos of people showing you just how bad Mind's Eye is. And I said to the wife last night, I said, it's almost like, should have bought the game. Yeah, it's almost like you want to buy the game knowing it's absolute shit, play it and record every second that you play, just purely so that you can get all the awful graphics and the bad playing and the crashing and everything else, so you can get all of that, and then you can put that out on your YouTube channel for clicks. So it's like, that's the only reason this game exists. It's bizarre, but I just feel justified in every rant and whinge and whine that I have ever gone on about regarding gaming companies who release games knowing that they are awful, knowing that they are not a finished product, knowing that... I might as well grab these, hadn't I? Might as well try and pass the bloody things. I don't need them, but might as well. Yeah, you can stop now. There you go. Sheesh. Yeah, knowing that their item is not a finished product. Oh, I didn't see that one back there. And again, I've said it many, many times in the past. About people buying it and just you shouldn't accept it. And if it was in real life, as in like if it was a real tangible, I say tangible, if you've bought the disc it is tangible, but if you bought an everyday item from somewhere, yeah, there it is, thank you. Yeah, so you've bought a PC, you've bought a PlayStation, you've bought a TV, a chair, a kitchen appliance, anything, you know what I'm saying, anything else. If it doesn't work, if it's not fit for purpose, if it's broken in any way, you instantly take it back to the shop. You show them, and they, by law, have to, like, you know, give you some kind of refund or replace it or do something, right? It's the way it is. But for some reason, gaming companies seem to be, or I feel they come across as almost be, or they act like they are immune to that, you know, that law, that rule of retail stuff. I don't know the words. I'm sorry, but I'm hoping you understand what I mean. So if you sell an item, yeah, if you make an item, yeah, whatever it is, yeah, if you build an item and you sell it, and you're like, oh yes, I've created an item that can carry liquid in a quantity. Yes, and that's what it's for. That's what this item is that I have created, right? AKA like a bucket, right? And then when you sell it, somebody buys it from you, and it turns out that this item for carrying liquid is full of holes, right? And you deliberately you knew that when you sold it. Yeah, you knew that it was full of holes. You knew that it would not carry water or liquid, right? But you sold it to them anyway. You'd be in the shit. You'd be absolutely in the shit, and they'd be all over you. The buyer would be all over you, and they would want their full refund back, and you would get absolutely slated. But for some reason, these people that make computer games seem to act, or seem to have this weird belief, or that's how I see it anyway, that those laws, those rules don't apply to them. Because honestly, if they did, they wouldn't be releasing, they would not be releasing these games in such a bad quality. They would not, you know, for you, anybody that is watching this video, if you've got this far and you're still actually managing to stay with me, and I'm sorry, I'm really rambling today and it's awful. Not having a good day, but I'm assuming that if you're old enough and you're working, yeah, so the chances are you're working for a that you're working for a company that does a product or something, you know what I mean, and you may even be working on a production line, or you know where I'm going with this, yeah? So you would understand that you have quality control. You have to make sure that whatever it is that you are doing, you know, your work is at a standard, and if it's not, you know, that is worthy of being put out into the public domain, yeah? And if it isn't, it gets rejected. And you start again. Tell me I'm wrong. You know, how many other businesses out there do that? How many other businesses deliberately make an item, or rather, they make an item and then deliberately release it knowing that it is utterly broken? Yeah, please, if, like I said, if you are still managing to follow my utter rambles today, it's awful. I would love to know how many other types of business have you come across that do that work under that kind of premise, that work ethic of fuck it, we'll just make a load, we'll just chuck it out anyway and see what happens. We can fix it later. It's fine. They won't care. So yeah, I think there should be some kind of international, because obviously games, they're not just regional. They're not just made and released in one country. Well, most of them that I know of, anyway. Might as well. There should be some kind of international law, some ruling, where these gaming creators, these companies, they have to, regardless of time constraints, regardless of whether or not they're running behind schedule or whatever. Whose fault's that? Not ours. Yeah, but they should not be allowed to release a game that is broken on release. It's not a case of, oh well, it wasn't, it's got worse, or this happened or that happened. It's like, no, you literally sent it out into the wild going, here's our new game, and it is utter trash. So there should be some kind of, and there probably is, there may well be, I do not know, I've not heard of it. So again, please, if anybody is listening, I would love to know if there is some kind of ombudsman, some overseer that turns around and fines these companies for doing this, because that's what they need to be done. That's what needs to be done. I don't care. There should be some kind of overarching overseer, some overseer for digital quality, quantity and digital products, that if they are absolute crap and they do not work when you release them, and you get fined, there is some kind of, there is something, there's some comeback on them to stop them from doing it over and over and over again. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't see. Okay, I can't be asked to go around. Oh, mate, this is just getting worse, isn't it? Whatever. Yeah, I can't see any kind of crap. What's the word? Something to put people off. There's nothing to put them off, to stop them from continuing to release crap. Yeah, because they could keep on releasing it, make enough money to make a profit on the initial sales to begin with, even on the back of, everybody's being issued refunds and stuff like that. Don't know, but I just think that they should be fined if it's proven that what they're doing is wrong. It's it's like neglect almost. I don't know. Anyway, that'll do. I might even call it quit because I'm rambling like fuck, and it's awful, and I can't. Noise. Okay, that was easy. Deliver steel beams to the unfinished passage. Ooh, missus. Where's my unfinished passage? Ooh, missus. Yeah, okay, right. I'm going to do that on another video. I'm actually going to make this a shorter video. And everybody breathes a sigh of relief. Because my waffling is too much for even me to cope with. I do apologise. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for doing everything you're doing. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. The usual. And until the next video, as you can see, that's exactly what we're going to do. And I am going to carry on, make another video just to get it out. Love you all.